Spring wedding centerpieces we love. We are so fortunate to be able to count roses among the flowers that remain in season all year long, but there is something particularly beautiful about them in the spring. In this rockrose floral design centerpiece, everyone's favorite David Austin garden roses, the tight rose in the center, are joined together with spray roses, the ones that look like miniature roses, and Ranunculus to create a romantic and garden-inspired blush look. In the past, Baby's Breath has not been met with raucous applause. However, we think this spring bloom needs another chance. When Baby's Breath is the sole bloom featured in a centerpiece and it's used in large quantities, an elegant centerpiece like this one by Twinbrook Floral Design comes to life. The tall gold pedestal vases also add to the elegance they offer. Spring may be known for its soft and muted color palettes, but we love the boldness of this red centerpiece designed by Flower Talk. The design allows the bright red anemones to shine with their black centers, and the texture of the bottlebush blooms cannot be missed. Garden-loving couples, this in-season spring centerpiece is for you. Garlands offer a wonderful way to pack a punch throughout your table for a fairly reasonable price, and this garland is made even more beautiful thanks to its inclusion of waxflower. Similar to Lisianthus, waxflower is often used as a filler flower. However, we love how it's the central focus in this white ribbon boutique events design. Also, it's a hardy flower, which makes it a great choice for late spring weddings when the temperatures are starting to rise. When you think of spring, hyacinth likely comes to mind. Popular during the middle of spring, these blooms can be very fragrant. To ensure a great spring centerpiece experience for your guests, we love how the flower girls used hyacinth sparingly here in bud vases. We also love how the Periwinkle shade looks with the same blue shade of anemones. Another hardy bloom, stock has much more feminine blooms than its name might suggest. Most often found in shades of blush, white, and purple, stock also bears a familiar resemblance to snapdragons and larkspur. Outside of its soft blooms and hardy nature, our favorite feature of in-season stock is the ease with which it pairs with roses and carnations, like this design by Bluebell Florals. Just like Baby's Breath, we don't feel carnations receive enough love. A flower that typically falls into the budget category, some varieties of carnations can easily be mistaken for peonies because they can share the same romantic, fluffy look. In this rustic meets vintage spring wedding centerpiece, it's the carnation that stands out to us the most even though it's paired with roses and Gerbera daisies. Daffodils are synonymous with spring, which is why we cannot wait to see more spring wedding couples include them in their centerpieces. The classic bright or soft yellow coloring of daffodils brings a fantastic pop to any design, and we love how the yellow shades mix together with the bright and soft shades of the rest of the blooms included by florist Katerina Kazakova. The clay pot is yet another fun detail. Gerbera daisies always make us think of whimsical style, and here they also offer a nod to backyard, rustic style. The pink budget-friendly blooms are featured with Baby's Breath and greenery, and we especially love how the flowers are arranged in mason jars vases. Lavender is known for its soothing qualities, but it's also quite beautiful. This wonderfully fragrant flower is in season during the spring. We think placing bunches inside mason jars and featuring them in groups of 3 with a touch of burlap is a wonderful idea for rustic-style weddings. As we mentioned before, magnolias are in season during the spring, which means it also feels all too appropriate to use garlands of magnolia leaves as centerpieces. A magnolia leaf garland tends to have a fuller look than its eucalyptus or ruscus greenery counterparts, which makes it feel more luxurious. As a result of the differing shades of the leaves, we also love how this garland by Nature's Grace design doesn't feature any flowers, a thought for couples who feel more pulled toward using greens alone. If you have ever attended the Cherry Blossom Festival in Washington, D.C., you already know how gorgeous cherry blossoms are in person. Thanks to the floral industry, these blooms are available for weddings throughout the country. Their height and delicate blooms offer the perfect juxtaposition for classic and timeless weddings, particularly those hosted in ballrooms, like we see here in this stunning centerpiece by Lenox Hill Florist. Once late May arrives, peonies are everywhere, and you will never find us complaining. This fragrant in-season spring bloom offers tons of romantic texture for spring wedding centerpieces, plus peonies are also available in plenty of bright shades. Here, coral charm peonies are paired with ranunculus, roses, and stock to create a lovely spring look by Mallory Joyce. Another in-season spring flower topping the romantic bloom list? Sweet peas. These flowers are most often used in bright shades of pink and magenta, but they're also available in white and blush. While they can act as a lovely filler flower, sweet peas are the sole star of this Holly Flora centerpiece show. Like roses, calla lilies are also in season for the majority of the year. With that said, spring offers an opportunity to create a fresh new look. To achieve a modern aesthetic, Daffodil * Parker filled tall cylinder vases with calla lilies for the centerpieces at this wedding. The look feels like spring, especially because the team also added a tulip installation overhead. Orchids are one of the most classic wedding flowers, and they continue to be in season during the spring. Here, orchids are paired with tropical foliage to create a uniquely modern look with a touch of modern whimsy. We've mentioned Ranunculus a few times already, but we wanted to make sure to give these in-season spring blooms their own shining moment. Wilder Floral Co. created this bright and bold centerpiece, and we love the look of the Ranunculus. Here, peach, coral, and pink ranunculus are packed in throughout, and they look beautiful, as always, paired with roses and sweet peas. The sight of tulips in the spring is always welcomed, especially at weddings. Due to the mixture of bold hues mixed with darker shades, this spring tulip centerpiece takes on a much more elegant feel. Classic tulips in shades of deep purple are sprinkled throughout the design, and they're paired with bright orange and red parrot tulips. Roses, anemones, and plenty of eucalyptus complete the look created by Celsia Floral. This in-season spring centerpiece offers a much more organic, wildflower feel thanks to the collection of blooms Amy Osaba designed paired together. Other than the astilbe and garden roses, our favorite flower in the mix is the beautiful magnolia. Magnolias are a fixture in the South in the spring, and their lovely fragrance and stunning look are always welcomed during their blooming season. One of the shining facets about Lisianthus is you usually have to look twice to determine if you're falling in love with a rose or a Lisianthus bloom. These blooms may look soft and delicate, but they're actually quite hardy. Plus, they're sold in larger bunches that feature multiple stems, so Lisianthus offers a great budget-friendly option. It doesn't hurt that they look gorgeous in spring centerpieces featuring roses, peonies, and snowberries, thanks to florist Tamara Menges. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos. And please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm.